Ever seen your dog licking your feet? Adorable, right? I used to think so too, until a veterinarian said something that made my heart sink. That might be a silent cry for help you're ignoring every single day. I froze. Because just like so many dog owners out there, I used to laugh when Max, my golden retriever, licked my feet every night after work. I thought it meant he loved me. But then Max started changing. He stopped getting excited when I came home, ate less, looked tired, even lost weight. I took him to the vet, and what I heard broke my heart. Max was overwhelmed by stress. And the foot licking, the thing I thought was affection, was actually a plea for attention. If you're watching this, maybe you've also overlooked signs your dog is trying to send, through looks, subtle behaviors, or quiet sighs. Don't worry. Today, I'll help you decode exactly what this seemingly harmless habit is really trying to say. Not just foot licking, but 14 other misunderstood behaviors that 99% of dog owners get completely wrong. And number 5. That one made me cry with regret. Stick with me until the end, because I'm going to share a simple sound that can soothe anxiety in any dog, something 99% of owners have never heard of. If you love your dog and want to care for them better every day, hit the subscribe button now because what you're about to learn might change the way you see your dog forever. Have you noticed your dog doesn't just lick your feet once, but multiple times a day? You chuckle, maybe feel ticklish and think, they just love me so much. But what if I told you it's not just affection? It might be a silent scream from the inside. Most people don't realize dogs have emotional limits too. And licking, especially licking your feet, is one of their stress signals. Feet carry your strongest scent. They're close to the ground, easy to reach. When dogs are overwhelmed and don't know where else to turn, they go to where they feel safest, you. But if it becomes obsessive, constant licking, nervous eyes, it's no longer affection. It's a cry for help. And tragically, most of us miss it. I once met Max, a gentle golden retriever who licked his owner's feet every night, for over an hour. The family thought he liked the salt, or that it was bonding. But Max was falling apart. He couldn't sleep. He lost interest in food. His coat thinned. His joy vanished. Luckily, they noticed in time. With 3 simple changes to their routine, Max bounced back. And so can your dog, if you know what to look for. But what about dogs no one listens to? There's a behavior I call quiet pain. These dogs don't whine, don't cry, don't act out. They just stop doing the things they love. They no longer greet you at the door. No more tail wags when they hear the food bowl. No more playing. They just lie there, still and silent, as if they don't want to bother anyone. Many owners say, maybe they're just getting old, or they're being lazy. But behind that stillness is pain, muscle aches, joint inflammation, or even depression. They love you so much. They don't want to be a burden. Please don't let them suffer in silence. Pay attention to the smallest signs, because sometimes even a distant look is a sign of a broken heart. Speaking of looks, have you ever noticed your dog avoids eye contact? Not because they don't love you, quite the opposite. They love you so much, they're afraid of disappointing you. Dogs often look away because they fear punishment or rejection. They don't know how to say sorry, so they send the message with their eyes. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I once helped a family adopt a rescued pup who'd been abused. For 3 whole months, she wouldn't look anyone in the eye. But with patience, kindness, and unconditional love, one day she looked her new mom in the eye and held that gaze for more than 10 seconds. She cried because she knew the dog had forgiven and started to trust again. But sometimes looks aren't enough. Some dogs follow you everywhere, to the bathroom, kitchen, couch. You go, they go. People laugh and say, "He's like my little shadow." But often, that's not just bonding. It's a sign of separation anxiety. Dogs with this condition can't cope when you leave, even for a few minutes. Without early intervention, it can spiral into destructive behavior, chewing furniture, howling, even self-harm. I once met a husky named Leo. Every day for 8 months, when his owner went to work, Leo would howl and scratch the door until his paws bled. Not out of mischief, but fear. Fear that his person would never return. Once his owner understood that, things changed. They spent just 15 minutes every morning reassuring Leo, teaching him that every goodbye leads to a hello. And eventually, Leo learned to wait calmly, knowing they'd be back. And then there's belly-up behavior. Your dog rolls over, tail wagging, tummy exposed. You think he wants a belly rub, but not always. There are 2 types of belly-up: trust and fear. If their body is loose, tail wagging, eyes bright, congrats, they're happy. But if their body's stiff, ears pinned, eyes avoiding contact, please don't touch them. They're not asking for affection. They're saying, "I surrender. Please don't hurt me." Many dogs are misunderstood in this vulnerable pose and get hurt emotionally again. Once you start seeing these behaviors differently, licking, following, belly up, and more, there's one more gesture that seems small, but speaks volumes. That little paw placed gently on your leg. Sometimes it's just a paw, light, soft, resting on your arm or thigh. But it can mean so much. If their body is relaxed, eyes soft, it's a way of saying, "I want to be close to you." But if the paw comes with nervous eyes, a little whimper, or twitching knees, that's their way of saying, "I'm worried. Help me feel safe." The difference between affection and a cry for help can be found in a single glance. But not every cry is gentle. Some burst out in panic, especially when the doorbell rings. That harmless ding-dong can be a nightmare. Barking, jumping, spinning in circles. They're not attacking, they're terrified. To them, the sound signals, "Someone's coming, danger." And if they've been yelled at, stepped on, or yanked during past episodes, it just gets worse. I worked with a Chihuahua named Bella. Whenever the doorbell rang, she howled like she was in pain. It took 3 weeks of training to rewire her response. Doorbell equal treat, not terror. And when Bella finally heard the bell and walked calmly to her mat, her owner cried with joy. Dogs' sensitivity goes even deeper than you think. Some can sense rain, storms, even earthquakes, just by feeling the air. Shifts in pressure, humidity, or ultra-low sounds humans can't detect all cause anxiety. I have a friend whose Labrador crawls under the bed before every storm. Not because he's psychic, because he feels what we can't. Sometimes that awareness keeps them up at night. You hear little footsteps pacing at 2 or 3 a.m. You think, maybe they just can't sleep. But pacing, especially repeatedly, can mean stress or confusion. They feel like they must protect the house while everyone sleeps. Older dogs may even suffer from nighttime disorientation. In both cases, the answer isn't yelling, "Go to sleep." It's a calm bedtime routine. A few minutes of soft play, soothing sounds, or just you stroking them gently, whispering, "It's okay. I'm here. You can rest now." Ever stood up for a second, then returned to find your dog in your seat? You laugh, thinking, what a little rascal. But to them, your seat is the warmest, safest, most comforting place. They're not being sneaky. They're saying, I just want to feel closer to you. And if instead of shooing them away, you sit down beside them, you'll see a look of gratitude that melts your heart. And the most amazing thing? Dogs don't have clocks, no calendars, yet they know exactly when you're coming home. I followed a dog named Rocky who waited by the door, 10 minutes before his owner got home every day, even when his schedule changed. How? Smell. As hours pass, your scent fades, and when it reaches a certain faintness, they know. You'll be back soon. No alarms, just a nose, and a heart that never stops missing you. You see, dogs don't speak in words. They speak with their eyes, their breath, their little habits you thought were just random. A lick, a sigh, a side glance, a quiet step in the dark. They're not meaningless instincts. They're messages, and they've been waiting patiently for you to hear them. If you noticed one today, then you're already a wonderful pet parent. And if this video helped you understand your dog even a little better, hit that subscribe button. Each week, I'll share more of the things dogs wish they could say, but never could. Because you don't have to be perfect. You just have to listen deeply and love fully. And your dog will feel truly happy.